Okay guys, I'm going to make another video. Today is about why people, dislike the Star Wars sequel trilogy by Disney. As a Star Wars fan, growing up watching, the original trilogy on VHS back in the early 90s, and seeing the prequel trilogy in cinemas as a kid, and seeing the Phantom Menace when I was, 10 years old, 11 years old or whatever, and seeing the other prequel trilogy movies. Yeah, I was I'm still a major fan of those two trilogies by George Lucas. But a lot of us, and I can understand this, dislike the Disney sequel trilogy, and also a lot of people dislike Solo as well. Even though George Lucas, sold the franchise in 2012 to Disney at that time, away from 20th Century Fox, and yeah, sold all that as well. And then Disney said, "Oh yeah, we're going to make a sequel trilogy now. We're going to, continue the story on." Uh, when Force Awakens was released in 2015, I mean, I thought it was alright the first time I saw it. I was a bit iffy around it, but now I'm like the rest of the others. I'm not a huge fan of Clone Wars or Rebels or Resistance at all, but I didn't mind watching the Mandalorian series. I thought that was really good, and I hope they put another series up of that soon. But the sequel trilogy, the Disney sequel trilogy, isn't that good at all. I mean, like I said, Force Awakens, it was alright. It's basically another reboot of A New Hope, And I don't think J.J. Abrams did a great job at all. It wasn't like the Star Trek movies he made, which were a lot better movies overall and had a lot more comedic roles in it, and the characters were more driven out and a lot better. But Force Awakens by J.J. Abrams wasn't that good at all. The Last Jedi or Rian Johnson, it's like Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi a bit as well, rebooted with all these new characters and stuff, but it's still not that good at all. I've seen it a lot of times, and I own the movies in 4K on 4K Blu-ray and also on Blu-ray as well. And yeah, I don't like The Last Jedi anymore. I think it's a terrible movie. Now The Rise of Skywalker, that's even worse. I think Rise of Skywalker is one of the worst movies ever made. Worst Star Wars movies ever made. There's so many plot point holes, and just it's terrible. It really is. Rian Johnson didn't really take on the rest of J.J. Abrams' things. J.J. Abrams didn't take, the rest of Rian Johnson's things into this movie at all. Rian Johnson killed off Luke Skywalker, and did other stuff to the characters too, and made Finn a lot lamer. He didn't make him, as a force-sensitive stormtrooper at all. And in The Rise of Skywalker, you got new characters as well, and you got C-3PO be able to talk Sith, but needs his mind to be warped. And there's a spy and all this sort of stuff. Just so much, destruction and damage in that movie. Oh yeah, stormtroopers can fly, all that sort of stuff. It's just not a good movie. Even though, I saw it in cinemas twice, and yeah, I can see why people just got out and walked away. And as soon as they released certain things in the film, they got, nah, this is pathetic. This is crap. And you've seen the angry video, the angry reaction video to The Rise of Skywalker again. That sums it up for a lot of us. We just hate the ending. We just hate how it ended, and how much of it ended in a wrong way. It was really bad. For a franchise, I don't know where this is going to go, but I hope they can deliver, the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie or TV series that's coming out soon. I hope that's pretty good. What about Solo? I think Ron Howard did a great job with Solo. I know it wasn't that bad, and I don't think the actor who played in Solo did a great job, but some of it was alright. Most of it I didn't really like that at all. I liked Rogue One a lot more better. That was a really good movie as well. That was a really good Star Wars movie. And I think the director did a really great job. The cinematography was good, the action was good, and yeah, that's a lot better movie. I can see why there's so much hate for this franchise, and even though I'm a fan, I want this franchise to still be better than what it is. And I think the problem lies in Kathleen Kennedy, of course. She caused a lot of problems too with his feminist thing and all this sort of stuff too. So there's also problems around that as well.